Welcome everybody to the stream. Today is the 16th of July. In the last stream we did a pretty long session, 5-hour long stream of looking at all the 1.18 stuff. Also uploaded a video covering all that. That video was really long. It took me a long time to get that all edited. But it is there and it is pretty cool, everything that's so far the new version. Today we're going to continue working on our shulker shell farm. One of the new types that I'm updating from my old one, designed about 10 different variations, and this one is a little bit outdated, so I'm updating it so it works. Welcome in everybody. Let's get the info command up to date with everything else going on. Did start my stream a little bit early. Probably won't be streaming Saturday or Sunday. I got some relatives over, like to spend time with them. Everything. Okay, we looked at that. Updating my shulker shell portal farm with agro setup. And I guess I can put a link to my video going over that. How's everybody doing this lovely July? People having summer break. How it works, video. Okay, so I think I got enough information. Info command. Welcome in everybody. We got Crazy Sheep, we got Gasty, Ali, SRA. We got Jack, Jeff, Artsy. Hope you guys are having a great day. That was a pretty crazy stream that we had Wednesday. It's crazy, it's already Friday. I literally spent like all day Thursday just editing this video that I uploaded today. Oh yeah, what do you guys think of the video that I uploaded today? Doing good. Ellie says I'm watching a YouTube video. Nice. We're watching the most recent one. So today, you have a voice. I indeed have a voice. I've actually always did videos with my voice. When I first started YouTube, I had to decide, you know, did I want to do a video with my voice? Or did I want to do a video without my voice and just type in text? And it's just so much easier to do voicing than write anything out and try and time it, everything like that. Okay, so let's do that. Those animated emotes. Need to figure out how to get some of my own. If anyone wants to make me some animated emotes, maybe I'll put out an announcement asking people. My day's been really busy. I woke up 5 o'clock in the morning and I finished editing the video that you've seen today. Uploaded it, rendered it, did the thumbnail, description, all that good stuff. So yeah, I woke up really early to finish that video. How are your guys' days? I mean, like, it's different. My voice is different? How is it different? I do tweak my voice in editing for my videos. Hey Robin. Hey Mur. So I really enjoy watching your videos, says Maxi. Finger says, how does this change the game. It's going to be a really simple shulker shell farm. It's actually going to be simpler than my last one. But the only reason why I called that one a super simple is because the mechanics behind it are pretty simple. This one a little bit more complicated mechanics. Also, I have no clue if this one will work on like modded servers, Spigot, and stuff like that. But I mean, you can pretty much see there's really not that much to this build. I mean, it does take obsidian, which makes this a bit more expensive. Now that I think about it, let me knock out these corners. Because I'm really not too sure what to do on this farm next. I pretty much have to wait until it breaks, and then as soon as it breaks, then figure out if the way that it broke is something that can be changed. I guess we can increase the tick rate. First, obviously I want to see if it breaks. It should break. I did the math and it should break, but I don't know how it's going to break. There's a few different ways it could break. It can break the best way it can break, or I mean like the least likely way it can break would be cannot find a place to teleport to. And I believe there is, the last farm was like, I think like a 1 in a million chance that it would break. This one's probably going to be like 1 in 800 or something. I did the math, but I don't know where I put the numbers. Not 800, but 1 in 800,000. So it's going to be just a little under 1 in a million for that circumstance. What could happen is, another way it could break is that this bullet fails to hit him like that. It ends up doing that. So what it does is it ends up actually hitting him when he's closed. And if it hits him when he's closed, he takes damage. Now you have to do this 4 times in a row in order to actually teleport away, which the likelihood is pretty low, and that's why I haven't changed this. Right, it has to be 4. I kind of forget. It's been a while since I played around with this. So I think it has to hit himself 4 times. Yeah. He hits himself 4 times. His health gets below 50%. Then I think the fifth time he teleports away without splitting. But it's so unlikely that. Yeah, I didn't bother. Like my other design, I put in lava, right? So I don't even have lava in this one. Because, yeah, you know, instead of, before I put the lava in to try to remove bullets that were sitting around. But with this one, what I do is I move the guy he's targeting. I move the snow golem up. You sound more energetic in the videos. Oh yeah, of course I sound more energetic in the videos. Yeah, that's because oh yeah, what was I saying? Oh yeah, the reason why I sound more energetic is in the videos I can set up my recording so that it can increase like my bass, my voice, and stuff like that. And also I do try to sound more exciting because that's what makes the video more interesting. Where the streams are more chill, if I kept up that same like super energetic talk, my voice would go out extremely fast. And my voice is already pretty sore just from recording other days. It's different to most people. And what do you change in videos? Would I change a video? I think I just increase the bass, and I think I removed some of the like small noises. Are you going to make a video on this farm? Yes, yeah, I try to make videos on all my farms. Not all of them do make into a video, but all the important ones usually do. How did you get into 1.18? There in my video I explain how you can get 1.18. You can check their website. Are there two shulkers? So one's the one that hits himself. So this guy shoots and then ends up hitting himself. And then this guy here is the aggroer. That's what I call him. So he gets mad. When he gets mad, he aggroes other shulkers around him, including the one down there. So what it allows me to do is I can build this little contraption outside of the area. Therefore, I get more spawning areas for the shulker to teleport to. And I can also really make this contraption like really kind of heavy duty so that it doesn't have any problems with failure, stuff like that. If I was trying to do this all with just put it down inside of here, it would end up like just taking up a lot of room and producing spawning space. It's very possible to do that, but I would also have to move the golem much farther away too. Shady says late to the party. What in the world is going on with that golem? Well, like I said, if you haven't seen my previous shulker shell farms, maybe check those out. There's a link in the title to the info, and that explains the previous ones. But yeah, the golem is very important. He just makes them mad, and then I send him really far away, so then they're not mad at him anymore. So, I don't know what to say. Don't know what to say. I'm mostly just waiting for this to fail. I don't know what to fix until it breaks. That's kind of how it goes. I can try to prepare for a few things. Game rule, do mobs, spawning, faults. I think that'll help. Do fire tick faults. Oh, you're saying the Minecraft launcher has a link to the 1.18 experimental snapshot? I did not know that. Is that like in the news area? Are you using the same entity crime method in the Nether? Oh yeah, that's something. Good thing you remind me to do that, Prune. Yeah, I need to move that. Currently, I don't think these portals are actually linked up. Maybe they are. I can't remember. And maybe they are. I don't know. But yeah, this is the entity cramming thing that I use on the other side. No, okay, that one goes to a different one. Let's do that next. Now that you reminded me. There's a couple things I want to change too. I don't know if I should just remove this wiring. This wiring just goes to the lava thing, and if now I'm using it, I'm actually not even using. There's portals on this side. Technically, the bullet could go through the portal. It does once in a while go through the portal. I don't think it's going to cause any problems. Like there, went through the portal. And I was thinking, well, you know, you have to choose. Like, okay, the bullet goes through the portal, or what I could do is just fill in this whole area. Fill it in with some obsidian so that it can't go through. It's one of those deals. It's like really hard to tell unless you run the two types of farms side by side. You don't know which one will do better. But let's first do the lining up of the thingamajiggy. So this guy is pretty much in the center, so I think we want to base it off this guy's coordinates. So right now I'm just gonna do some math to figure out where the portal goes. How are you in the air? Yeah, I'm in spectator. Yeah, we're currently testing the farm, so I use cheats on creative, spectator, I use everything. And then once it's working, then I can make it survival friendly. That's kind of the process of designing farms. So we got a 157 divided by 8. We got a 12 divided by 8. Let's go into the nether and figure out where the portal goes. So we're going to TP to negative 20. Oh, what was the other coordinates? I took a screenshot. 50, no, 126. Ooh, 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 ooh. Ooh. Okay, I might want to move the farm actually. 126 is going to get us pretty much on top of, to get us right inside the bedrock, which I don't really want. Who is Gordy? Do exclamation mark Gordy. There's a vine farm that is automatic. I mean, without needing to break any blocks. Not really. You need to use shears to acquire vines. Okay, so I see, what the heck? Oh, our other farm's up here, okay. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move that farm up. Move it the same height as that farm. Hopefully it doesn't break anything. So let's first off, let's turn it off. There's Gordy, if you guys are wondering who Gordy is. Okay. We need to first highlight this whole area. Ooh, I gotta go higher, okay. There's Gordy. Gordy's little pumpkin guy. Okay. So we're gonna do save. And I want it to pretty much the same height as that one. That's a pretty good place for it. Hope it doesn't make a mess. I'm actually gonna delete that one down there once I'm done. Did I actually save it though? I don't know if I saved it. Kind of thinking of something else when I was doing this. Save. Okay. That's the pumpkin's name. Yeah, it's a pumpkin dude's name. Cross your fingers. Oh, looks like it worked for the most part. Okay. Now let's get rid of this one down here, just so I don't get confused. Sometimes I end up working on old design that's just nearby another one. But I also don't typically like destroying any of my builds, because you never know when you want to check them out again. But since it's a duplicate, it should be fine. I also made a backup of the world. Was that? I think that snow golem was shooting snowballs as he was falling. It looks really strange. Oh yeah, okay, that works. Cool. Oh, that's funny. Okay. We fix everything? Let's just run a little bit. Let's see if anything's broken. 20 says sadly can't stay for long. Got personal things. That's okay. Hello, destroyer. Okay, this looks like it's working. It's working. Okay, now let's get the new coordinates. So we're going to try to figure out where it goes in the nether. We're at Y level 163, which should be 30 blocks above the floor, giving us plenty of clearance. Divided by 8. Then we're going to do 20 divided by 8. Let's head over to the nether side and place in the killing chamber. So there's this killing chamber, and I'm not sure where the new one goes. We'll figure it out. We're going to teleport ourselves to 19. Oh, it's supposed to be negative 19. Oh my goodness, I forgot. What was the Y level again? A 163, I think. And then 3. So this is right where it goes. So that's right where the center of the portal goes. So I think I'm just going to move this structure. Actually, wait, maybe I should just use a clone command. That's right, I can get it exactly where I want it. Oh, I can use amulet. Oh, he teleported over here. Okay. Yeah, I think we'll use amulet. It's kind of made for these types of, well, it doesn't move entities, which is annoying. Choices. I'm just trying to move this to over here. If I use a clone command, it doesn't move entities. If I use the structure block, it does move entities. If I use amulet, it doesn't move entities. But it's a lot easier. Destroyer says, what are you doing now? So right now I'm just moving, I want to move this structure over here for the new killing system. I just want to save it. I don't want to save any extras because that might just make it confusing for lining it up. Something like that. So I have to, let's hit save. Oh wait, entities on, save, okay. So now, 1, 2 down, 1 over. Shoot, I'm not gonna remember this. Okay, so 3 down. One, two, 3 over. Right? Three over. And then 1, 2, 2 down. Right? 3 takes it here, then 1, 2. Okay. That don't seem right either. Wait, why am I going down, then over, then down? Okay, this isn't right. But right there, I go 1, 2, 3 down. I go 1, 2, 3 over. 1, 2, 3 down. 1, 2, 3 over. And then on the side of that one. Okay. Hopefully I did this right. So that should be replaced by the portal. I think it's pretty good. Doesn't have to be perfect, but well, I don't know. Anyways, they come out of this portal, they hop into there, and they end up dying. We pick up the loots in here. We can see if this works. If I hop through here, it should take us to our farm. Yeah. Have a good one, Robin. Thanks for joining the stream. So, okay, let's remove this. Let's turn it on. Funny thing is it hasn't broke. It's really hard for me to fix it if it doesn't break. Oh, I need to... Yeah, I need to do this. There, okay. So, okay, so it's not gonna... Probably not gonna break, maybe, in front of our face, but what I'll do is I'll just prepare for it. So I'll place in... I'll spawn proof all this as if we're going to use it. I can also redo this redstone to give us a little more spawning spaces. What are the buttons on the portal for? So the buttons are to prevent them from teleporting to those locations. Oh yeah, that was on the other portal. That was on another side. They really, in an ideal situation, we shouldn't have to spawn proof the outside of this portal because they'll always teleport into the center. Pretty sure. We do need to spawn proof this. I did place in all these buttons here. They can't snap to any of this. This is all good. We're not even using this redstone currently. I might just tear it out. I did put in some soul sand here, which gives us a little bit more spawning room. But have to be careful. Bullets can actually go through the very top of a soul sand, as I showed in my did I show that in my previous farm? Did I even remember? Did I remember to mention that? I might have. Does anybody remember? Did anybody watch the shulker shell tutorial video? Did I ever mention that bullets can go through the soul sand? Don't remember hearing anything. Says Gump MC. Okay, maybe I didn't mention that. I probably like mentioned it so many times during stream that I forgot to mention during the video. But yeah, let's Let's do some math and see exactly when this teleports. I'm going to look at my old conversations. I can't remember how much health the shulker loses every time it gets hit. I think it's possible for it to get hit when it's technically open. Yeah, like that. I don't know how much damage that does. You know what? How about I just do a command that reads damage? Let's do data get entity type equals shulker. Sort nearest. Okay, we have to change this. Sort nearest limit 1. So, okay, that's one hit. So one hit gets it. What is that? Like 1 and 1 point something? 1.2 or less? Okay, so that got to 26. So that did 4 damage. I'm just trying to figure out like how many hits it's going to take before it could teleport. Because it can't teleport until it's under 50%. So it has to be under 15 health. And it looks like it takes 4 at the most. Yeah, 4. Sure, I want to ask a question about XP farm. Go ahead. Common problem, you become so familiar with your own work that you accidentally leave out important information. Yeah, that happens a lot. Yeah, sometimes I say stuff so often, like during my streams, I forget to mention my videos. And that's why it's good to take notes during my streams. Sometimes I take notes for things I want to mention. Actually, I'm going to write that down. Write down bullet through soul sand. Okay, so let's finish our math. So so it starts at 30. What do we say? Is 4 damage each time, so 4 times 4, 16. Okay. So after 4 hits, it will then be able to teleport the next one. I guess the question is, if it succeeds, does it still teleport? I think technically it takes 5 hits in order to fail. So I think I'm gonna, I really want to figure this out. 5 hits. Oh, it's 5 hits in a row too. 5 hits in a row because their health regens with the new shulker. 5 hits in a row for failure, which is going to be a really low chance of failure. So what I think I want to do, I think I want to make a command that automatically sets its health to, what do we say, 16 minus We want a 14. I don't know. I always have problems with when I try to merge or modify. Modify entity health. The health. Is this gonna work? No. Maybe it's, is it merge? Is anyone good with commands in the chat? Oh, okay. Okay, so let's slow it down. I think that was a good test. Shulker. Wait, where did the shulker go? Did it actually teleport away? No, 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 no. Is it teleport inside? There, we'll put it down here. There it goes, okay. Did you happen, okay, did it happen to you for the shulker to stay in retracted mode constantly? Oh, that was kind of crazy. Yeah, I actually got 2 splits off of 1 cycle. No, if you're having problems, 8, make sure you check the roll download. Like I said, it works perfectly in roll download. You might be in a modded server, or might have built it wrong. That's merge. Okay, so the merge command. What is it? I mean, to me, it sounds like merge is like you're trying to put the 2 information together. Modify, you're like you're trying to change it. Okay, so let's change his health to 15, and we'll see if he. Okay. Again. Change your health to 15. Wait, that's supposed to be 15, it's supposed to be 14, whatever. Maybe it's only 4 hits, and then the 5th hit. Oh, it actually split, okay. Does it always split like that, though? What's the most XP base farm 1.16 according to you? Probably still be Dragon XP farm. Let's double check this. Okay, it does split. Set to 14. So that's actually good. That means it can take 5 hits. It can take 5 hits. And it still can split. Because on the 6th hit, is the 6th hit like is it like a 100% failure rate? It now only has 12 health. Did it hit itself and not teleport away? Oh, it's not 100% chance, is it? SD Complex coming in with Scary Story Redemption. Ooh, scary story time. Yeah, we'll just run this farm. I don't know where the best place to watch this. Maybe like this, so you can watch both of them. Kind of confusing, but it is story time. This is where I tell a scary story from my past. Not too often does somebody redeem the actual scary stories. Most of the time we do the funny stories. So here is a scary story. So when I was really little, me and my siblings were playing over top of kind of this dirt mound that was in the back of our house. And underneath of that dirt mound was the septic tank. So this is a tank that all your sewage would go into it, and then it would like disperse it into your lawn, or it would travel. It's like kind of the option that you do if you don't have it directly hooked up to like a sewage facility. So it's just a big tank that's under the ground. It's probably tank is probably like 7 foot tall and maybe like 10 foot across and maybe 6 foot the other direction. So it's a really big concrete tank that's underneath the ground, just underneath the soil, and it sits in there for years and years and years. And we were playing on top of it, and it's pretty typical to play on top of it. A lot of times people have a nice little lawn and you can't even see it, but it is there. And we were playing on it as little kids, and you know, our parents called us in, I don't know, to do something, to go and eat or something. And so we went in to eat, and when we came back out to actually go back and play where we were playing on top of it, the actual entire ground sunk in and fell into where this big container was underground. The whole container actually kind of collapsed and made a big hole, and all the dirt fell into it. And my parents were like so shocked that we were just there playing on top of it, and right after we left, I think to go eat or something, then the whole thing actually collapsed. So if we were still there playing on it, we would actually collapse and fell into it with all of the sewage and everything along with it. So my parents were like so thankful that we weren't there and playing it. There is a scary story how we almost fell into the sewage system when we were little, and it just happened that we did not fall into it because we weren't there. So something you gotta be careful about. Things underneath the ground do, you know, get old, they fall apart, and they eventually will collapse. It's a matter of time. There is your story, there's your scary story complex. Hope you enjoyed it. That would have been so nasty. Well, not only nasty, since we were like so little, like we're probably, you know, I don't know, 3 or 4 years old, we'd probably died because the parents would not know about it. We just fall into it, and that would have been the end of that. So yeah, very scary. Could have potentially died. But hope you enjoy your not funny story, scary story. With your 20,000 Gordy points. If you guys don't know how to get Gordy points, also known as channel points, you just get that from chilling in the chat, participating. Ruin says, would this farm be better opinion or option to build than one that you did a tutorial on? It's up to you. If you play on a server, maybe they change it so nether portals don't work, so then you wouldn't want to build this one. And that's the reason why I showed the other one first, because I didn't want to build a farm that could potentially break on some servers. I was like, well, you know, I could just build it with water. I could avoid all the comments saying, oh, this doesn't work in my server. It's mostly because they're playing modded. Could you possibly both Endstone, Torch Farm, Dragon's Breath Farm in the same server? I think so. The farm isn't complete, but it would be way faster. Yeah, I mean, it's like I said, it's hard to know when this farm is done. But I think I can speed it up. Maybe I can't speed it up. I'm using kind of like slow methods of moving the golem. But yeah, usually when it comes to speeding up the farm, I do that kind of towards the end of the designing. I make sure at first that it all works. Try a simple version without lava for the center shulker. I try the simple version without lava. If you do the water-based one, I would recommend definitely using lava, otherwise it will break. Yeah, lava is important, and it's different. This one is different. There's a reason why this one's not using lava. It's because we're moving the golem far away, much farther than the other one. That's the only reason why I'm not using lava in this one. I might eventually put it back in again, depending on how it fails. how like soon it fails. I'm also going to have to think of a way for people to get the shulker back in again, because it could potentially fail. And somebody probably want to know like how to get the shulker back in again. Is Pigment Bartering broken 1.17? No. You're probably on a server. How do the rates compare? Well, all you have to do is you just have to measure one cycle and then kind of figure out the probability of it splitting. You said 100% splits. I would just guess like maybe 80% splits. And we can figure it out right now. We can figure out like a rough estimate. So what I do is I'll just measure one cycle, and then I'll just say 80% success, and we'll see what it comes out to be. So it's about 8 seconds to do a cycle. Isn't too bad. It's a lot faster than, I think it was like 40 seconds. Other one. So 60 divided by 8 means that we can do 7.5 cycles per minute times 60 times. So we could do 450 cycles per hour, but let's say only 80% of them succeed. We get about 360 cycles. You only get shells about half the time, so it's about 72 shells per hour. This seems a little bit low. The other one, what was the other one? I guess the other one was 20 some shells per hour. The other one wasn't very good. Oh yeah, accidentally divided by 5. Okay, that's where my mistake is. 360 divided by 2. There, 180. Okay, that's much better. So we're looking at approximately 180, the rough estimate. 180 shells per hour. Yeah, okay, that makes more sense. A lot of times you can catch your mistakes just by if it makes sense or not. It's too far out. So, yeah. I'm not sure what to do next. Oh yeah, let's do a little bit of math to figure out. Well, we already do. We already kind of figured it out, but we said 5 failures. So it'd have to do 5. It'd have to fail 5 times in a row. I think I wrote this stuff all down. I have to find it. I might have to refigure this all up again. So I wrote down how much spawning spaces, how much teleporting spaces there is in this farm. I know it was 50%. It's 50 or it's just under 50, I think. Well, we probably did during the stream and I never wrote it down. It wouldn't be too hard for us to do it again. Okay. So we know the total area is 17 by 17 by 17. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9. These are 17 by 17. Holy muggers! Cosmic Cow, no, Cosmic Owl, Cosmic Owl, coming in with the Prime. Thanks so much for using your Prime here. I really appreciate it. Access to all of the goodies. Can someone do !sub? Shows everything that you get. Welcome to the Gordy Gang. Type in the chat. Get special emotes, special perks. There's a link right there. Access to sub server, which we're going to be starting up doing Raise Grid. It's going to be a lot of fun. Make sure to check that all out. I appreciate that. You guys know if you have Amazon Prime or Twitch Prime, you can use it once per month to get free subs here on Twitch by any streamer. So make sure you use that. You do have to do it manually every month. That's exactly what Cosmic did. So there's a total of 4,913 spawning spaces. And what did we say again? I already forgot. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 double. Okay, so it's 9. There's 9 platforms. So we got 17 times 17 times 9. Okay, so that is that's how much we have. That's how many places they could teleport to. So we'll subtract these. No. I'll do this divided by so that means there is that 53%? Like 53% spawning spaces? It's actually pretty good. So it's about 53 or 52.94% spawning open areas. I was writing this in my notes. Does this farm not break? No. This farm still has a chance of breaking, but it's going to be a little bit under 1 in a million chance of breaking. You saw a lot of comments. The other one, the shulkers randomly disappear. Yeah, that's because they either built it wrong or they're playing on a modded server. That's a problem. When I build farms that are really complex, people play on a modded server. It doesn't work on a modded server because it's modded. And then they think the farm doesn't work when it just happens to be that they're playing on a server that breaks the game. It's nothing to do with the farm. But yeah, in the comments, or in the description of that video, my first shulker video, I actually uploaded an unlisted video where I run the farm for 1,000 hours, and it doesn't break in 1,000 hours. But there's still a small chance it could break, but it's like 1 in a million cycles, and I think I did, I can't remember how many cycles, I think I did 100,000 cycles in that video. So it's like a 1/10 example. The idea is that it's so rare that it breaks that you don't have to worry about it. By the time it does break, you'll have so many shulker shells you won't know what to do with them. Unless you're like somebody that's constantly losing them somehow. Maybe just break them or something. Maybe just sell them or something. I don't know. You guys know of any way that you lose shulker shells? So it's like a 53% chance of success. I feel like we use the same formula. Oh, wait. The chance of failure is going to be... Is it actually going to be higher than my last farm? Now I'm really curious. Now I am curious. Problem with the breaking mostly is when you move through dimensions, chunk loading and reloading, etc., not straight AFK testing. Yeah, that's why in the video I say to stop the farm before unloading. Because there is a small chance I could fail during unloading. Once I'm milling, I will take that, then I just wait patiently for tutorial for this one and start thinking about bringing one to the overworld. Yeah, you'd have to, this one had to be somewhere where you can build portals. Oh yeah, that's another reason why I showed the other one first, because a lot of people were like, oh yeah, I just want to build a farm right where it's at, right where the shulkers are at. So that's why I give that option. What is this telling us again? I kind of forget. I hate when he gives these numbers like this. It's not very useful to me. I want to try to look for like the 1 over. More digits. I really don't want more digits. I want I want. What do I want? Large, customized, plain text. What do I want? How long have you been streaming? About an hour. I'm already zoning out. So I want to say like 1 over. I don't know. I just want to know how likely it is to fail. Like this number doesn't mean a lot to me. This number doesn't mean much to me. How do I get this into something that I can understand? -18. Okay, well, anyways. I think this is one I used for my last video. Burrows could work since easy farm is 55%. Oh, okay. So I'm looking at some of the stuff I said in my Discord. I said my easy farm was a 55% spawning area, and this one's 50. Well, we actually looked it up, and it could be as high as 53%, which is really good. So I'm guessing it's gonna be very similar. It might be close to a 1 in a million failure rate. Well, it's probably gonna be a little bit worse just because the bullets hit back. Oh, we got a funny story redemption. Subtopic redeemed funny story with 8,000 Gordy points. So we will do a funny story. If you guys don't know, you can use your channel points to purchase funny stories and a bunch of other things. That's exactly what Subtopic did. Let me look at funny stories. Do 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 do. Mm-hmm. Let's find a funny story. I got so many stories. I gotta choose one of them. I do some of the funnier ones first, hopefully. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, I'll tell you this one. So this isn't a story about me, but my mother. So when she was little, there was like a little weed patch out in, I think out kind of like out in an area kind of near their house, and her grandfather told her to go out and get rid of these weeds. But he didn't want her to like hoe them up or mow them or anything like that. He actually wanted to put some what do they call it? Herbicide. Put herbicide on top of the weeds. So, mother never ever like worked with herbicide before, but he's like, okay, so there's some of this herbicide, and it's like a little granule thing, and you just take it out there and you shake it on top of all the weeds, and then it will slowly go into the ground and kill them. So my mother, gets this little bucket with these little white pellets in it, and she goes out there and starts spreading this herbicide chemical to kill the weeds. And she puts like this kind of like, thin, very scattered out layer of the chemical on top. And then she looks at that and she's like, my grandfather did say I should, definitely make sure that I do a good job so that these weeds don't come back. So then she went over there and she added some more of this chemical on top of it. And she looked at it again. She's like, well, maybe we should add a little more chemical. So she adds some more of these pellets on top of it. And pretty soon she looked at the ground, and the ground was just solid white with chemicals. And she's like, okay, I guess that'll kill the weeds. So then she went back to the house. And it wasn't until much later her grandfather actually see the area. And he's like, whoa, what did he do to the area? There's nothing that's growing there, like absolutely nothing. She put so much chemicals on that area, it killed everything. Not only that, to this day, like 20 years later, my grandfather, her dad, still complains about that one spot in the lawn where there is nothing that grows because she placed so much chemical. For 20 years, it killed every single weed. And now just slowly, finally start trying to get back, like some of the grass and stuff is started finally coming in from the edges. But there's your funny story about if you add too much herbicide, it will literally kill the ground for decades. Hopefully you enjoyed your funny story. We're currently just watching the shulker shell farm working. We're hoping it breaks. Hey, Cricket MC, how goes it? What are you up to? There's a shout out to Cricket MC. She does Minecraft here on Twitch. Check her out. Check that link out. Did the server update? Cricket MC plays on Cupfan's subscriber server. You mentioned that it was going to be updating. How's that going? Oh, whoa. In the meantime, Yeah Boy has also redeemed another funny story. Let me change the view of this so you guys can... We'll watch this guy now. Another funny story. I have a lot of them. I just want to choose ones that are decent. Okay, so here is a funny story. I don't know. Maybe some people won't find this funny. So we have this. We always had this like the same mailman that would come, every day, give us our mail, and the guy eventually retired, right? So then we had this, what they call him, substitute mailman. And so it's kind of someone that fills in until they can find like a permanent person to give the mail. So we had this lady that was our new mailman to give us her mail every day, and she's a substitute. And we found it really strange because sometimes she would come on time, sometimes she'd be like an hour late to deliver the mail, sometimes she'd be like 3 hours late or 4 hours late. Like, why is it taking her so long to deliver the mail? Like, it's not that big an influx between time. Like, it should be like within an hour the mail should come, right? And it just seemed really strange. Like sometimes it'd be like 3 or 4 hours you wouldn't bring the mail, and she'd finally get here, and something didn't seem right. And we're like, oh well, maybe she's just she's new to the mail route. Maybe she's not getting on time. She doesn't know the best way to deliver the mail and that kind of stuff. But what actually got really strange in that we later found out that she was actually going through people's mail and stealing money and other expensive stuff inside of people's letters and stuff like that. So she was actually stealing mail, and then she actually had to go to court and had to go to jail because she was that's like a big federal crime if you're a mailman, and if you're touching anything mail related, that's all a federal crime. And then we're thinking back like, wait, maybe all this time that she was really late at giving us her mail, she was actually thrifting through all the mail, like stealing stuff, and that's why it took her so long to get to the house and bring us her mail. So there's your funny story. Kind of funny story that we didn't really realize what was taking her so long to get the mail delivered, but it turns out she was actually going through it, stealing people's stuff. So hopefully you enjoyed that. Yeah, boy. Cricket says reset and opening day is tomorrow. Nice. Saturday, I guess. So there is another funny story. Currently just watching the new shulker farm at work. Good story, says yeah boy. I'm glad you like that one. Yeah, it was so weird because like, it was like for like a whole week we kind of knew that she was under suspicion of like stealing, and that they put out like cameras and stuff, and they finally eventually caught her stealing. But it was like a week after that did we finally realize like, oh, that's probably why she was so late at bringing the mail. Oh my goodness, Cricket MC redeemed another funny story. I'm gonna wait a little bit before I do that one. We just did 3 stories in a row, but we will definitely do that. I want to see if there's anything I can tweak about this farm. Oh yeah, we could try to figure out the statistics of failing. Okay, so let's do that. Tell a Minecraft funny story. Well, most of the funny stories, I mean, like the whole idea behind the funny story redemption thing was for me to get better at telling stories. So I guess I could tell a Minecraft one. I also had it mostly about real life stories, just so people could get to know me better. And yeah, maybe I could think of a Minecraft one. I actually have to kind of write them down as I remember them. Otherwise, then when someone redeems a funny story, I completely forget. Your mind just goes blank. I'm trying to figure out what the heck is going on with this. Because in this equation, I'm pretty sure the 1 in 7 chance is the chance of failure. I'm so confused. So confused. That's a problem. Like, if I haven't touched my shulker farm for a month or so. Let me look at this other one. Okay, 1/7 chance is the 1/7 is the chance you give the teleport failure. Wait, so in this example, oh, okay. Okay, I remember this one. Dev it better coming in with the Prime. Thanks so much for using a Prime here. Really appreciate that. You get access to all of the goodies with your sub, like the sub server, special emotes, special roles on my Discord. Make sure to check that all out by doing !sub. See everything you get. Thanks for joining the Gordy gang. Hopefully you enjoy it. You can spam in some Gordy emotes. Gordy. Hello, wrong. Okay, so I remember. So the 1 in 7 chance is the best scenario. So this is the best scenario for spawns. So what I need to do is just change this. I'm just going to change it to 50% from 1 in 2. 30. Okay. Every 7 needs to be changed to a 2. Just like that. Okay. Okay, I think I did that right. So 1 in 7 chance of failure, but now it's like a 50% chance of failure. Well, it's technically gonna be lower, but I'm gonna aim a little bit high. Well, let's see what it looks like. Okay, so what is this? Once again, we get numbers I don't really understand. Nerd, no offense, I am one too. Welcome to the nerd gang. There's a place here called Ray's Garage. And every time we go past it, my son says it's Ray's Works Garage. You know, that's really funny because before I put my YouTube channel calling Ray's Works, I went on Google and just searched the word Ray's Works. And it came up as like a metal welding shop in like Florida or something. And I can't remember exactly what it did. But that was like the only thing I could really find that had the word like Ray's Works. I think it was like Metal Works probably. Because you know, obviously when you make a channel name, you want to do something that when people search it, it's like the only thing that pops up, right? You don't want, if you have a really bland name, then you search it, it's, tons of other things are gonna pop up. So you want something that's really easy for people to find. Now, obviously, you don't want a too complex name. If a name's too complex, then it's hard for people to read it or remember it or to say it. You're on point with your brand and name, says Cricket MC. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, before I started YouTube, I spent like 3 months kind of like researching and planning. I'm not like most people. I didn't just start doing YouTube. I thought it through. I thought it through a lot of different things. Once again, I get these numbers. I don't know what these numbers mean. Can I please just have a normal number? Like it's so bizarre because they do this super long number and then they do this 10 to the -7. Like, why don't they just put the digit over here? It'd be so much easier to understand. Well, someone told me how to fix this, but I forgot. I can just count the decimal. How do I do it again? -7. I have to count that direction. 7. I don't want to think. Thinking is too much work. Oh, here it is. I guess I just had to click on it. Okay, so this is a number. Like, this means a lot more to me than Look at this number. So we got 1. Oh my goodness, that's so small. There we go. Let's make it nice and big. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Okay. So what does that mean? I kind of forget. So if there's 3 zeros, another 3 zeros. Somebody told me how to fix this. You're supposed to like times it a million or something? Or no. Yeah, maybe. Oh my goodness. Really? I didn't want to copy the whole stinking thing. Don't. I just want to highlight part of it. Don't even let me highlight it. Isn't that so annoying? Just want to highlight it. So I have to copy the whole thing, and then I have to paste it somewhere else. Then I have to just take part of that, and then copy it again, and then put it over here. Maybe I just need a better calculator. Times a million. Okay, so in a million... What? Wait, is that right? Did I do something wrong? So in a million, there is only a 20% chance of failure. So you're saying in a million cycles, there's only a 20% chance of failure. That don't seem right, is it? I don't know. That don't seem quite right. Your farms are awesome. Every YouTuber I know, Mumbo Jumbo and Skip the Tutorial, uses them. Keep up the good work. Thank you. Wrong. Would be 6 zeros. 6 zeros. That's right? Just do 1 over the number. Oh, okay. 1 divided by number. What does that tell me? Oh, that tells me how many cycles it does before it fails. So you're saying I can do 4 million cycles before it fails? What? Hey, oh, Eli's in the chat. Thank you. Eli is very smart. Always coming up with good suggestions. Wait for a second. Calculating failure rates. Yes. Wait, it's -7. 10 million will fail. So 2 in 10 million. It is a 1 in about 4 million chance. What? Why is this a 1 in 4 million chance? Wasn't the other farm like a much higher chance? Well, I thought the other farm was like 1 in a million. The other one had more spawning area than this one. I don't know. It's close, but the numbers don't seem quite right. Show the shulker farm. Says Ultima. Better calculator. Here's the shulker farm. That's all there is to it. Hey Goofy, how goes it? I see numbers. You see no numbers. There's no numbers. We hit all the numbers. Okay. I mean that's really good. If it only fails 1 in 4 million, that's really good. But that's not actually that's actually not what the failure rate's going to be, because that's a normal. How do I say that? That's if it splits every single time. But if it fails a split and it ends up hurting itself, it's going to be lower. Why is there no server download shown? I'm confused about... Oh, you have to download it from the website, Goofy. Put the farm in the spawn chunks and a run? Yes. You're unlucky it fails the first try. Yeah. Well, it technically can't fail the first try. Well, it technically can fail the first try. But it's more likely to fail by hitting itself 5 times in a row, I think we said. You know what I was thinking? There's actually a really easy way to keep back one shulker in case you lose it. Like, all you have to do is like just place in like one block over here. And then, oh, he teleported there. But yeah, then they would teleport to here. I think if you just leave a block over here, you'd eventually get one shulker to just snap to it. And then you, if you do have problems, you can send that shulker back through again to resupply your farm. So I might leave that there. Is there anything else we can do about this farm? So we calculate the failure rate if it always hits itself. I can't really calculate this failure rate. Like, what's it? Maybe we collect a bunch of data about what we could do. There's three scenarios happening here. It either hits itself and it splits, or the bullet fails completely. It just hits into a wall or falls into the portal and fails completely, or it comes back and hits itself, but when it's already closed, which is the only scenario which could eventually cause a failure. If we could count how many times it does that over how many times it normally, if it doesn't do that, then we could get data, and then we could calculate the probability of it getting 5 of those in a row, which is insanely low. And then we could figure out the failure rate from that. And then we could add the two failure rates together to see more numbers. But I don't know. I mean, it's the failure rate it's so stinking small. It's almost like it's not even worth calculating. Yeah, to be honest, Goofy, I don't know where you would even get the. Oh, I know where you can get it. So when you get off the Minecraft launcher, there's a little arrow you click and you can download it for a server. I almost want to just remove this lava piece because I don't think it matters. I don't feel like we're losing that many bullets into the portal. So since we know, like, the cycles are very predictable. So if the cycles are like every 8 seconds, what we can do is we can run the farm and then for an hour or something, and we can see how many shells there is, and then we can work backwards to see how many times it failure rate. I'm guessing the failure rate is like 20% or something. The only reason it fails is because the bullet acts wonky. You can see the bullet doesn't always take the same perfect path each time. Like that right there, it just went inside the portal. We can actually fix that by placing in some obsidian. Which, now that I think about it, I think that actually might be worth it. I think it might be worth it. Because we're really not losing that many spawning spaces. And if it makes it even just marginally more consistent, it'll be worth it. Yeah, let's do that. I think about if I put the portal this direction, I think it's going to use the least amount of spawning blocks. It's not very much either way. While we're at it, let's remove this redstone stuff. We can always put it in later. Oh, don't need that anymore. don't need that, that. That. Oh. Yeah, is it working? Where is it all going? Are they all teleporting to that one over here? Oh, do I have mob drops off? Game rule do mob loot. Vault. Ah, okay. Set that to true. Hello, dear. Okay, so let's look at this. Okay. Okay. Oh. I put that back in again. Did it fail? Ah, it failed. Okay. So now I just need to do is I need to place in buttons, I think. I almost want to put soul sand in, but soul sand, like I said, has a chance of bullets getting through. I think I could put it up here without problem. But I know I put it on this side, I had some problems. And I'm guessing I have problems on the other side. We lose some spawning spaces with the buttons, but overall I think it's okay. Oh yeah. Yeah, I forgot. This especially with the center one, it's technically not. We're losing some spawning spaces with this setup here and stuff with the, and also with the extra obsidian going across, stuff like that. Actually, wait. Can I just make the obsidian? Can I change this and just make it go straight across? Because it's 8 going this direction, right? It's 8 going up and 8 going down. Why don't I just do that? I think this would be less wasted room if I go this direction. And then if I remove this. These are just small things. They really have very little effect on the farm. Oh, okay. Because I need to place this in here. Well, I can still do this, though. Okay. They're just little things. Doesn't make that much difference. I was just trying to get a few more spawning spaces. Well, I don't know. So far it's working really good. It's almost working too good. When something works too good, it's kind of concerning. So now we should have less. The bullet should never try to go into the portal, at least now. But I think it's well worth the. Yeah, like look at that. You actually split twice. We actually got 2 shulkers out of 1 cycle. Be careful, kind of like those 2 bullets come in right after. So that bullet tried to go upwards. Not sure if that has to do anything with the soul sand there. I know some of you guys asked if we could speed it up. Seems that you've created a very good farm, says Prune. Yeah. Just wonder if I can speed this up. Okay, yeah, it seems like I can speed it up. This is like one of those things you kind of do towards the end of your designing. Did I make a loop here somewhere? I'm not touching that. That is off. Where did I accidentally hook up? Where's the power coming from? You guys see it? 13, 12, 14, 15, 14. It's coming from underneath of this. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, yeah. It's directly connected there. Okay. Oh my goodness. There's some thunder. Okay. Are you famous? Says Khaki Whacker. I don't feel famous. People say I'm famous, but I don't feel like a normal person. I don't know what it really means to be famous. I'm just playing a game. I could redo this redstone. Oh yeah. This is where you like you kind of look at things, you're like, why did I even do it that way? Like, why don't I just do it like this? I can also add in some more spawning spaces here. Right there. Wally says he is well known. Okay. Okay, did I break it somehow? Okay, so I sped it up a little bit. I don't know if it's gonna break or not. I guess we can speed it up. There is 2 torches. Actually, wait, why can't I just pull power? It's kind of like double negative when I just use a positive. So maybe I could pull power right from here. That might help. Okay, so that sped it up probably. I don't think I want to change this. And that'd probably be update order dependent. It's nice how quick the shulker deaggros. Yeah, it's because we move his target away. We move the golem far enough away. We also had to, well, yeah, we had deaggro that guy, and we also had deaggro this guy. I don't know, is it actually working still down here? Hopefully it is. We do have to wait. Yeah, I guess it can't be too fast. Because what happens when it's too fast? Yeah, he just, well, I think he just closes. Yeah, so he closes. We don't want that to happen. So I think there is a, I think it can, too fast can be a problem. And he could get hit 5 times in a row and he could teleport away. That's so funny. Now they're right beside each other. That's kind of funny. This is not good though because there's an extra guy here, so there's a chance. Yeah, that chance that one guy's teleports away. I just need to put a button in here. That was kind of funny though. So I think we might want to make it slower because, like, he's closing too fast. When he does get hit, it's not going to consider a split. I'm also wondering if I could change that soul sand to help with not shooting upwards. Maybe 2 more ticks. I think if I sit here, I might be able to see what's going on. What happens is the golem gets too far away too fast. So yeah, maybe a little bit more delay there. Obviously, not every bullet's going to make its path back. I don't think it split there, did it? Just it turned red like it got damaged, but I don't think it split. Like obviously that time it didn't split. Might have to add more delay. Yeah, it's definitely possible to make something too fast. Remember, not all bullets make a nice clean travel. They might be a little bit slow, they might get kind of hindered. But this looks like that one extra delay seemed like it really helped. Okay, so I think that was a no-go there. Hello! Oz in the chat. Maybe I'll add one more delay onto it. Where can I put this? Put it here maybe? Easy, why did it still... Like what? Why is it doing that? I don't see it splitting. There's no shulkers around here. Hmm. Maybe it technically thought it closed already? Maybe we're gonna end up having the same amount of delay. Why was that splitting? Might think that's already closed. Jeez, I don't know. The last one seemed like it was so close, and now it seems like it's far again. What? What happened? It was working so well. Is it? I don't think it's splitting. I mean, it should die pretty soon, right? If it's not splitting. Noah, thanks so much for coming in with the raid. They're split. Maybe we should do our commands to see exactly what the health is. So technically that was closed. That's why it took so little damage. Technically that was also closed. It's weird because it visually doesn't look like it's closed, but at some point the game's just like, oh, I guess it's closed. Thank you, Noah Live, for the raid. How did you get rid of the observer mess? Good question. What I do is I move the golem way up in the air so this guy de-aggroes, which sort of fixed it, so I don't need the lava thing, but there's also probably that it could need to be added back in again. Do you play Java? Yeah, I play Java. Thanks, Noah. Hope you have enjoy the rest of your day. No risk of more bullets. Well, there's definitely risk of more bullets. Currently, oh my goodness, it's almost like insanely consistent at failing now. How did it do so well before? I mean, it's really consistent at hitting itself. That's one thing I can say. Even though it hits itself at the wrong timing. Like, I mean, has it ever failed not to hit itself? Like, I don't know what's going on. It's like super consistent. I wish it'd work like this every time. Okay, that time it didn't. I mean, look at that. It's like, look at the numbers. Just go down increments of 1. Okay, there. Failed to re-hit. That is crazy how consistent that is. Okay, we'll just add some more delay in. I don't know what else to do. I feel like we're almost back at the same delay we started with. Maybe that's why there was so much delay there. Because I did tweak the other one. Oh my goodness, really? Willy, not splitting. Maybe we need to add those, what was it, 2 torches? So 4 more game ticks worth of delay? I mean, yeah, maybe do that and back in again. I mean, it's worth a try. Maybe that's why I had torches here. A little bit more compact. We had those torches back in again. So now that's... This would be equivalent to what it was before. We'll add 1 more. What? Like, really? Okay, let's just add another one in. That really annoys me, because that's... Not only does that not get you a shulker shell, but that also gives you... It's like a free hit, which means you could eventually, more likely to fail over time. Use one aggro unit on top and 2 shulkers on the side of the portals. 2 shulkers. What? What is with this guy? He keeps closing prematurely. I think we're currently at the same delay it was before. Oh my goodness. Oh. Okay, so the difference is that we're not destroying the slow bullets. Like before, there was a slow bullet, we just destroy it, so we never have to worry about it. But now the slow bullets, they're not really slow, but they're delayed. They can come back and hit. And when they hit, they can do it when it's closed. Like if you had 2 of the splitting shulkers on both sides, Yeah, yeah, you can do that. I mean, you're saying like making 2 of these modules. Like this is just one module, right? If you want to, you could build one of these modules over here, right? And he's pretty much in the center, so you could aggro both of them. Yeah, I mean that's the reason why I put it over here. I try to put it as far as possible. So I can run 2 modules with this. Potentially, if I put it in the corner, I could run 3, or I mean 4. Maybe you can even run a module above it. So you could run 8 modules, maybe. I mean, it's really up to you. I don't know. I'm just kind of getting really annoyed when it hits itself, it doesn't split. And that's the thing, like, you add one more delay onto it, and then you have to try and figure out, well, okay, was it worth adding that one delay? Because all those delays add up. The thing is, it's so hard to get information. Maybe if it had some commands that counted how many times it failed or something. It does seem to no longer hit the wall as much since we put that portal in. I might switch it out with glass too. Did you bounce a bullet back on time? Well, you really don't know when the bullet leaves in the first place. You don't know if you can bounce it back. I mean, you could make a whole system for that. Okay, so I think we need to add even more delay. I think it's going to be worth it. Oh, actually, yeah, we did have more delay. Yeah, last time we had... Is this it? This don't look right. Oh, this is a different one. That is actually a different one. Yeah, we had 2 repeaters. Okay, yeah. So we're still under delay. So let's... We had a repeater, we had a torch over here. We had, I go like this. We had a repeater here. Well, let's keep adding delay until we... Intriguing. You're working 1.18? Yeah. Yeah. When in doubt, just assume stuff works in newer versions. In order to stop the shulker farm, does it need to have a golem up in the air? No. Did you change obsidian on the sandwich model so that it was a T-shape? This one here, this is T-shape. I'm not sure if this is what you mean. I made this a T-shape. I was trying to think of the minimal situation to use the least amount of obsidian. And I think this might be it. So I went crosswise to plug this hole up, and went down to plug up this hole. I don't know. Let me know, and if you think that's the minimal amount of obsidian. Oh yeah, you want to see it turn off? I'll show you how to turn off. So you wait till the golem goes up in the air, and then you just click that lever, and then now it's off. Was it like the earlier stream? No, no. I removed it and redid it because I was trying to. I didn't actually need it before. I didn't need that. But now I didn't. But yeah, that's how you turn the farm off. It's really simple. Let's say turn back on. We're almost streaming for 2 hours. That's crazy. I just want to see if it hits itself but fails. We just added one more delay. Infinite shulker boxes is going to be cracked though. Yeah. The thing is, this farm is like really simple. If you're on a server that has nether portals normal. And if you're willing to move shulkers. Like that time we just split twice. So we actually got 2 cycles out of 1 cycle. We got two splits out of 1 cycle, which typically doesn't happen. Oh, okay, so that time it was closed. I wonder if I should add more delay. It's so hard, like I pretty much just need to make like 6 of these farms with 6 different delays and then run them for like 10 hours and see which one produces more, which is kind of annoying. And also, even a 10 hour long test isn't that good. It would be better if I could count all the shulkers. Maybe if it had like a data pack that made them drop 100% shells, because then that would be a more consistent test. Let's add more delay here. New design? Sort of. It's my old design that I'm merging with another old design. Merging my 2 old designs together. I'm taking my old portal design and merging it with my self-aggroing design. Well, it's not really self-aggroing, but it has a individual aggroing module. Moving shulker isn't that bad. Okay, yeah, you would have to move it at least to spawn chunks. Oh man. Every time I add more delay, it just seems like the bullets move slower. Like all I'm adding in is what? 2 game ticks? That's really not that much. If a whole cycle is 8 seconds, I add in 1/10 of a second, it's not that bad. You'd have to, like, how many? You'd have to add in like 80 of those, right? You'd have to have 80 of those added in order to even out. I'm just trying to compare different cycle timings. I send them from the end and end up in spawn anyways. Well, sort of, if you do it right. You gotta send them through the entrance gate portals. Or the exit gate portals. And then you gotta send them, maybe a random gateway portal. And then you gotta send them through the exit end portal. This uses snow golem bubble columns to aggro still. Yeah, just like the farm I did tutorial on, except I'm just using my portal setup. Okay, I'm going to run this. I'm gonna grab a drink. I'll be right back. You guys can watch it run really fast. I'm back. Didn't break yet. The shulker hit rate is less than the 85%, but the bullet travel is much faster. I think it's less than 85%. So the last farm was like, I don't know, around 20% or something, so I just guessed 20%. Can you explain how does this work? It's in the title. Do the info command and it will give you the video. What happens if the golem's down when you try to turn it off? I can show you. Turn that off. It just sits there and tries to shoot. Can't do anything. Okay, so this is what happens. It just tries to shoot him. Something like this happens. Yeah. Yeah, he just tries to shoot him, but nothing happens. That's what happens. Don't know if there's anything I want to change about this. I guess we were just changing the timings, right? We're just seeing if it... You guys ever notice that he gets hit, but he doesn't split? Kind of hard to tell when it goes so fast. But did anybody notice that when I was gone? It might be worth just adding more delay. Cause like it's such a marginal amount of delay that we're adding. And the benefits are, I feel like they outweighed the cons. Water will break if this happens, right? So the water farm will break? What water farm? There's no water in this farm. Are you talking about the water version of it? Will the water version break? It could. It could, because you're not de-aggroing the center guy. I think in the video I explained that you need to let the golem go up before you power it. See few splashes with no split. Okay. Cricket says, I hope I didn't miss story time. I was deep lurking. My chores are done now. Oh, you know what? I actually kind of forgot. Because I think you reminded me. We'll do it now. Okay. So here is a funny story. So this one actually happened to me somewhat recently. So I have a container of water beside me. It's in like a big coffee mug. And it's pretty nice because it just has a really small opening in the top that you can sip from I put water in it. And it works out really good because it's stainless steel, so it doesn't worry about like anything sloughing off into my water. And one day I usually fill it up. I just keep drinking from it, and once it goes empty, then I refill it with another jug. And one day I was coming back to my computer, sat down, wanted to grab some water in the morning. I just reached over, grabbed my water jug or my coffee mug of water, and I took a nice big swig. And as soon as the water went into my mouth, I was just about to swallow. But then I noticed there was something that was like some weird texture that was in the water. I was like, what is this weird texture? It was something that was kind of small, kind of like roundish, and I could feel it in my mouth, and it felt like, something just kind of small. I was like, well, maybe it was like some little backwash. Maybe I accidentally backwashed something. Maybe it was like a little piece of corn or something that was floating in there, and I happened to drink it. I was just about to swallow, and I was like, maybe I shouldn't swallow it. Maybe I should figure out exactly what this thing is in my water. I was kind of feeling lazy. I wasn't sure if I actually wanted to figure it out. So I kind of spit the water out into my hand, and out I spit was a big old beetle. There was a beetle in my water. I was like, what the heck? And the beetle, as soon as it must have got into my mouth, it curled up so that it didn't have any legs sticking out. So it was actually very like a ball, very smoothish. I was like, what the heck? I was just about to swallow this live beetle that was floating in my water just because I was too lazy to spit it out to see exactly what it was. So I end up looking at the beetle, and it turns out it's one of those, they call them larder beetles, which are kind of around springish time. They're these beetles that like to come in your house and like to snack on stuff. I think like cardboard and different foods they snack on. But somehow that beetle fell through the little tiny hole that's in my coffee mug and fell into my water. Like, of all the places that beetle could crawl and fall or wherever it comes from, he happens to crawl on top of my water container. And I don't know if these things can fly or not, because I never see them fly. And somebody climbed up in it, fell down this little teeny hole, and was swimming around in my water. Then when I took a drink, I about swallowed this beetle. Did you eat it? No. Did the same thing 2 days ago, says Reaper. Beetle in the coffee, dang. Oh, we got a double split? I missed it. So there's your funny story, Cricket. Hope you enjoyed it. How I almost swallowed a beetle because I was too lazy to spit out the water. Oh yeah, I was supposed to be paying attention to the farm. I was too busy telling my story. I want to see it close and get hit. I'm guessing it can happen, but I want to see what type of bullet it is. Is it a bullet that actually flies straight? Is it a bullet that kind of hovers? Better than swallowing and literally never knowing what it was. That's so true, Cricket. I was thinking that. I was like, you know what? If I swallow it forever, I'll be like, wonder what that was. That's kind of the reason why I looked into it, because I was like, I don't really want that in the back of my mind. What can you do about the secondary bullet that hurt the shulker here? If it does get hit by a second bullet, it's not a big deal. It has to hit itself 5 times in a row in order to fail. Your stream notification on Discord didn't work. Really? Did I not send out? Oh, I might have forgot to send out announcements. Oh, I forgot to send out stream announcements. But yeah, it sounds like the stream thing didn't work. Shoot. Well, I probably won't send them out now. I've been streaming for 2 hours. Awesome story, says Cricket. Worth the points. I'm glad you liked it. Yeah, I almost need somebody to remind me to send out those announcements, because it kind of gets behind some more windows and I don't see them. Yeah, I wrote them all and everything. Can't believe I forgot. Well, I haven't seen it fail the way I wanted to see it fail. Problem is, if I speed it up, I can't really see exactly what happens. Colt says it just got hit close there in the second bullet, but takes 5 of those in a row to hurt. So what it does is it has to be completely closed and get hit by a bullet, and then it's going to remove. Okay, it can remove 4 health. This is I don't quite understand this, but anyways, let's say it removes 4 health every time it hits itself. If it doesn't teleport, then it has to hit itself 4 times in a row, which makes it lose 16 health. Once it's below 50% health, then it can teleport away. I think since we add that extra delay, it works much better. Oh yeah, even if it's lower than 50% health and it does get hit, the chance for this is 25%, or yeah, 25%. So even if it's under, so even if it gets hit 5 times in a row. Oh, ha! Coming in with the prime.
Shocked face, 8 months. Coming up on a year.
Holy muggers, 8 months. Thanks so much for using your prime here, Ha. I really appreciate that. Huggers. 8 months. So that's 3/4 of a year, right? That's crazy. Really appreciate that. Hype indeed. 40 hype. Thanks so much for subbing. Really appreciate that. Help with the support. Hype. Nice. I love that text to talk thing. But yeah. Every time it gets hit, at most it can do 4 health. If it does 5 of those in a row, the 5th time it hits itself, then there's a 25% chance that it can teleport. Meaning that if you did 4 of those in a row, then on average it'd be a 100% chance of failure. So then I need... Oh, which does bring up the question. Maybe my test where I was lowering down the health isn't a good test. Let's try it again. Because there's only 25% chance, so I have to keep doing this. I didn't even come up with these designs a lot of time. You can watch the full thing on my stream VODs. All my streams are saved on what's it called? Actually, which reminds me, do I need to save my streams again? Oh, how much health does he have now? Shoot. Oh, okay. So that was a good example there. So I put him at 14 health. I lowered his health down. Then he hit himself. And he did not split. I'm not exactly sure why he didn't split there. Maybe because it's already closed. And then the next time he hit himself, he just teleported. I'll make a tutorial for his farm? Yes. It should be easier. I was doing 2 things at once, so I was kind of not doing either of them too well. Retro Dev.
Fun with the Farm Ray laughing face.
Retro, thank you so much for the prime. 2-month streak, 6 months worth of sub, half a year. Yo, have fun with the Farm Ray. Thanks so much for the prime. You guys don't know if you have Amazon Prime or Twitch Prime, or know if someone that does have it. Make sure that you use it up every month, each and every month. That way you can give away free money to all the subs, streamers here on Twitch. You do have to remember to do it each and every month. That's exactly what Retro Dev did. Appreciate that. Okay, so I'm just going to keep lowering his health down. I think what I'm trying to see is if... Oh, okay. So I think it can teleport away. Right? Is that what I... feel like I get such iffy test. So on the fifth hit, I want to know if it can teleport away. I think it can. I think there's just a 25% chance that it can teleport. Kind of small. Okay, so there. Okay, I think that's a pretty good example of that happening. Let's do it one more time. Maybe I should try to get somebody to clip that so I can watch that back. If it happens again, can somebody clip this? Okay, yeah, there. Can somebody clip that? Put that on my Discord, please. Really appreciate that. Okay, so it can do 4 hits in a row. Nothing will happen. The 5th hit has a 25% chance of failure. So I'm gonna write that down in my notes before I forget. I can do 4 hits in a row. Oh my goodness. Um, 4 hits in a row. 4 hits in a row. And then there's a 25% chance after for each hit after. Can you guys hear the noise in the background or not? Maybe a little bit. Maybe just want to talk. Probably just want to talk. Okay, so I guess the chance of this thing failing is a lot less than I thought. Like that's an example of it hitting itself, but that's not a good example because that was a secondary bullet. I want to see it happen on the first bullet, and it doesn't seem like it's happening very often. So I think our timing is really good. What is our timing, by the way? So we just added in 2 more redstone ticks. Okay. What was the other thing? There was something else that was... I can't remember. Somebody asked something. Yeah, I really don't see anything else to change about this. I feel like I'm missing something. But I think what I'm gonna do is probably just run this farm for a long time, and then probably record. Probably just like sit right here or something, record it, and see if I can see if it actually fails. And if it does fail, what thing caused the failure? Like which situation? Was it not finding a spawning location? Was it hitting itself multiple times, hurting itself? Like there, it's splitting so fast, like you can't even see that it's actually splitting there. Like, and that's what's so hard when I come back and watch the footage, see exactly why it failed. It's so hard to see because everything just moves so fast. Maybe if I went a little bit lower, so you can kind of see. Yeah, I really don't know what else to change. Maybe in another dimension, maybe I can make a setup that doesn't use minecarts. Maybe I can pick them up with the rails. That's one thing I was gonna look. I was gonna see if they. Oh yeah, we could just. I think if we drop them in lava. I think even in lava they would die. Need something to bounce off, so it could. It doesn't actually bounce off the opposite side, it just goes down and back. Like a corridor. I don't know. Seems like it's working really good. I think we're onto something. I do have to remember the golem thing. Right there, I know it's. I forgot to mention in the last video that I remember to protect the golem. Protect golem, rain. I think phantom. Someone said that their golem died because of a phantom. Mobs. Light up. Pigment. Despawn. Rail, lava, killer. I'm just writing some notes to myself. Yeah, I really don't know what else. This farm is a little bit too simple. Too simple. Don't know if that's good or bad. Yeah, I think we're good for today. Let's find somebody that we can raid. Who should we raid? We have a lot of options today. How does design work? Pretty simple. Shulker hits himself, he splits into two. Some of them de-aggro. Let's raid Filza. Raid Filza. I haven't raided him in a while. He's streaming about 3 hours. We'll see what he's all up to. We're gonna be raiding Filza. He's gave me a shout out before. I've helped him a few different times. See what he's up to. It looks like he's working on his hardcore world. Looks like he's removing some water. Has like a cool little thing going on in his world. Ocean biome stuff. So we will give him a raid. Make sure, as always, to do the raided command. Let's see what he's up to. Hopefully everybody can talk. It says slow mode, but I think everybody should be able to talk. Maybe have to be followers or something. Let's see if we can get all 90 of you guys to join in the raid. Raiding Filza, a very famous Minecrafter. He does hardcore. He's probably famous for his hardcore, so he also plays on some SMP servers. Really chill, fun to listen to. Gets very also has a lot of hype in his stream as well. We're gonna drop him a raid. as always, I want to thank you guys so much. Probably will not be a stream Saturday or Sunday. If there is, I'll let you guys know, because I'm going to visit relatives. But yeah, hope you guys have a good one. Thanks for all the support tonight. And like I said, I'll probably see you maybe next Wednesday. Have a good one, guys.